Hello family, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Susanna and welcome back to today's video. I'm so happy to record that video for you guys today, and I hope everyone is doing well outside there. Well, how are you all doing? And today's video is all about dealing with an alcoholic husband. So that is the title of the video, dealing with an alcoholic husband. Like I posted my previous video about my husband. Actually, his drinking alcohol is ruining our marriage. Like in really life, it is ruining it, and it makes me think a lot of things, So, as some of you know, that drinking alcohol is so harmful to yourself, but there is always a minimum of drinking alcohol, not to drink it maximally to that extent. To that extent of you telling your wife to leave the house, and it is that way. But then let me tell you how I've been dealing with it. Lala. I've been dealing with it, dealing with an alcoholic. Ebu lala hapo utaanguka. Lala utaanguka. Dealing with an alcoholic husband. Sometimes when he comes home, he does not give you attention. He only minds of himself when he's drunk, and he does not want any arguments. You start arguing, you argue, you're wasting your words and you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy. So I'm avoiding it. Sometimes it's just you keep quiet, but still his words sometimes when he comes, you just start from nowhere, and you end up being confused. You even end up starting to a quarrel that you never wanted to start. And dealing with him sometimes it is very, very hard, because you will not understand, like somebody who does not give you attention. When he just comes, is to sleep, is to vomit. Sometimes he cannot give, like, out of 100% attention a woman needs in a man, you get only 1%, right? You get only one. I'm so sorry, my baby is actually awake and he wants to come out of the bed, as I'm just looking around, trying to avoid him not to just fall down, Another thing is that when he says he has no money, it means he has no money. Like, he has wasted all that money drinking, and he just comes with zero home. You understand? Zero. How do you feel if your husband comes home with zero? The next day you ask him money for food, he says, I have no money. Like, how do you feel? Like, as for me, sometimes I just keep quiet, swallow that. Another thing, guys, that has helped me actually, deal with this is I like talking to myself sometimes. When I sit down, when I see my pressure is raising up, I just take that deep breath, like, Susie, calm down, calm down. You feel me now? If you've ever cooled your temper with that, you feel me. But for me, I like taking that deep breath and talk to myself like, calm down. You're going to spoil the things now. So the moment I just keep quiet, I just feel like keeping quiet. I use my eyes just to look at somebody like that, but still his words can be resistant. That day he has come with his, stress. All that stress will be on me, it will be on you. For you who has a husband like mine, you know how I feel. But another thing is that he's never there for you guys who remain at home. Like, he never cares. Whenever he goes to work, he just goes to work in the morning and only, kapo, lala. He cannot even call you guys to ask you how you are doing. Like, have you eaten? Like, no. He never. It's you again who is at home who can call and ask how is your day, how is work, things like that. But for him, he cannot call you. If he calls you, it's either he can flash you or just like that, nothing else. Another thing is that when he's at home, he's never there for you guys to maybe to help you with a baby. To let me help you with a baby and you do this work. No. Even if he's off from work and he's at home, you will only sleep, take that time, take all that day to sleep, only from morning up to some time of the day. He cannot tell you, let me help you with a kid, let me help you with the cooking, let me do this, let me help you with this. No, no, no. When he wakes up, you only concentrate on his phone and on you guys will sort out yourselves. When you ask him to maybe to help you with a baby or you're starting a quarrel, like you've started, you know, disturbing him. So for me, that is how I take things. Like even when he's at home, I don't actually. I said, like, I promised myself, like, maybe this year I want to change maybe my ways, like something else, like maybe when he's at home to avoid those quarrels every time, every day, and then maybe even when he's at home, I just let him sleep. When he feels like helping me to carry the baby or helping me to do something, then he will do it without me telling him to do that. Yeah, so that is how I said maybe 2024 I will have to just be that cool person. Even when he's at home, I continue just being with a kid like the way I always be with a kid when he's at work. If I want to go buy something at the shop, I go with the baby. If I want to take the baby to get some vitamins under the sun, I just go with the baby. If I want to take a baby at the outside the door to play, I just take the baby. For him, he just sits here and be on his phone and just, yeah, if he wants to sleep. But let me tell you, with this guy, is just when he's at home he can sleep, like he can sleep. Yeah. Uh-huh. Another thing to deal with him, when he starts a quarrel, I promise myself that this year I'll just be keeping quiet. I feel like I just I just assume like nobody in the house. Just let him alone, talk, 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 talk. When he's tired, he will keep quiet and sleep. Yeah, that is how this year I have started to deal with him that way, and hopefully God will just, you know, at least pour his spirit of happiness. Maybe make him stop drinking alcohol. That is how I feel. But then, though it is, I have to keep on continue with prayers. Yeah, hopefully one day it will be better. Another thing is taking out. Hmm? There's always that thing. Um, there's always that thing, like maybe you've stayed for long without going even out, or maybe just take your partner out and have fun outside there, maybe Garden City, maybe TRM, maybe things like that. But let me tell you, with an alcoholic addict, it's very hard for him to think of taking his wife out. I promise you that. Only thing he thinks, he thinks at how many bottles will I take today? Like, how many? Which drink can I drink today? Things like that. That is only what is in his mind, if I may tell you. And maybe only in the morning, waking up, like what he thinks is only what clothes am I going to put on today? Are my clothes clean? He does not care whether he left you money with this for soap or not. All he wants his clothes to be clean, and all he wants that when he's at home. Another thing is that he wants that you give him the all attention of yours, and That is what he wants actually. Let me tell you, that is the reality of someone who is hmm, alcoholic addict. When he's sober, you know, like when he comes home to when he's drunk, and then you try to tell him, to remind him of how he was talking to you yesterday when he was drunk, like you abused me, you called me such and such, you called me all sort of names. You will deny it. You'll say, I don't know that, I did not say that, you're lying to me, you're exaggerating things, blah 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 blah, things like that. So with such a person, I tried even to deal with him. The only thing is that the next day when he comes, when he's drunk, let him abuse you, let him talk whatever he wants. Just the only thing is, the only bad thing, if he slaps you, that is the bad thing. But when he comes and talk blah 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 blah, and he does not slap you good, even the next day, I don't remind him. I just let it just go that way. I just keep quiet and just look at him that way, and things, life goes on that way. That is how I decided to deal with him. Not remind him how he abused me yesterday, and not to stress him in the house, like help me with a baby, things like that, because he's not that person who is a baby lover so much, though he likes kids, but he's not that a baby lover. Because when you tell him to stay with a baby, let me go there, he will tell you go with a baby. I want to sleep. Blah blah, just crazy things. So this year I said, let me start with my own rules. When he's at home, no disturbing. When he quarrels, no arguing with him. Just let him hmm, let it let him abuse, and just the next day I don't remind him. That is how I've tried to deal with him. That is how I'm dealing with him right now. And when he does not give me money for food, I don't remind him. I just keep quiet and to avoid the quarrels. And maybe if he has left the money in the place where he keeps, and I know that place, I use that money. I just tell him when he comes that I used such and such amount of money, and if he starts to quarrel, I just keep quiet, no arguing. Because if we start arguing, I realize that the moment we both raise our voices on each other, that is the moment we are raising our temper, like we can even end up doing something crazy and to harm each other. So I'm actually not into that, and I'm trying to avoid all that by starting my own rules this year. Yeah. uh, like I was saying, that taking out, he'll never take you out, I promise you. Maybe when he's tired of you remind him today, remind him tomorrow, remind him, you know, every day, that's when he can think of taking you out, I promise you. And when you go that out, when you come back, the next day when he comes back drunk, how you are going to be insulted, yeah? How you're going to be insulted, you'll regret even telling him to take you out, yeah? I'm telling you that. And I know one day you'll come to my comment section and ask me and telling me, like, Susan, you've been telling the truth, yeah? And by the way, if your husband is like my husband, why can't you just stop by, click on this video, watch it, subscribe, like, comment, and share to your friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to this channel. Yeah, all good things we'll be sharing. You know, like it say that it's good to share things. We share our problems, we find the solutions to them, and things will go on. So that is how I have started to deal with him. That's how I have created my own rules on dealing with my alcoholic husband, only putting him onto God's hands, actually, to continue with the prayers. You never know, maybe God one day will answer my prayers and make him leave alcohol for good, of which I will be so grateful. And also grateful to God. Yeah. Another thing that I have tried to avoid with him is when he talks about his family. I have tried to put that aside. Yeah, put that aside, because I think that is what sometimes brings quarrels with us. Um, when he brings the stories about his family, I just assume it like, oh, I just talk maybe one word, and then when I see things are continuing, I just change the topic and go to something else. So that is how I've decided to deal with him. And though he has not yet realized that I've actually started my own rules, and I'm not ready to tell him anything and things like that. I just want to do it on my own until he realizes on his own. So yeah. Another thing is that hmm, buying things for the house. You know, when he comes, when he's drunk, he will talk blah 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 blah. I will buy this and this, I will buy this and this. But to buy it is hard, you know. One time, one of my friends told me that staying with a drunkard is hard. I assumed it like I did not hear. But when I faced it by myself, but I saw it with my two naked eyes, I realized that what she was telling me, it was real, because that time she had a boyfriend, just a boyfriend, who was who was uh, who was working in a hotel, and he used to drink alcohol every day, and then after work, when he comes home when he's drunk. Yeah. But now, oh, I have seen it with my eyes, and I'm facing it by myself. So I have come to realize that all that what people say in the story, it is a reality. It happens. People don't say things when they don't know it, when they have not seen it. People say things when they have seen in real life. So I know even you who has not, but um, I remember one day he told me that I will be so happy if you go back, if you get a job, if you go back to your job, the one you've been before giving birth. I will be so happy. And then, like, he's also tired of being one hand both sides. So that thing sometimes makes me think. I think he's tired of. I think I'm the one who is giving him that stress of drinking alcohol daily. I think I'm the one, but a little bit I do put myself down, and I think that. But then I'm not the one. It wasn't my fault. It's because my kid is still small, and you cannot take a small kid to a daycare. Yeah, because when my kid does not like people, he can cry like nothing. He can cry until the time I come back. Yeah, so also it's not good to take a kid to a daycare because you want to go to work, because you want to impress somebody. I don't think that is a better idea. Like, I decided that no matter what, though I sleep without eating, though he punishes me anyhow, though he talks to me anyhow, I'll try my best at least to deal with that, and until my baby grows up, and that's when I'll put my two legs down on the road to go and look for the job, and I'll see how things will go. If I find out that this guy is still continuing the same way even when I've got a job, then I'll see what to do. Either to divorce, yeah, or either to go ahead with that way of drinking with this alcohol. If he stops, then it will be better for us and better for the kid, because what I'm protecting, that is a kid. I don't want the kid to be seeing his father coming home drunk and just start abusing you anyhow. I don't like that. I hate that. It never happened in my family. Though my father used to drink alcohol but never abuses our mother. He used to come and just sleep quietly without drinking. So yeah, those are the rules that I've created to deal with him this year and see whether I can change something. So guys, that's all I wanted to share with you in this video. That's all I wanted to talk in today's video. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is just very easy. Click on that red button down below, and also there's a like, there's a share there, a comment. Do all that. It will just take you only 1 minute to do that. Not even 1 minute, just seconds to do that. I would really appreciate. Thank you so much for supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming back to watch my content. I really feel so grateful, and I appreciate all that you're doing for me. Praying to God to make my YouTube channel also reach to 1,000 subscribers one day, to wake up like it is just 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, and I wish you a very good Sunday, a fruitful Sunday, a blessed Sunday for all of you, my fans. And bye bye. Peace.